games of the week. Tonight, we're going to be featuring our UW Esports Rocket League and Overwatch teams. First up, we will see our Rocket League team go head-to-head against our rivals, Washington State University, in an AVGL matchup. And later tonight at 8 o'clock, we will feature our Overwatch team for the first time this school year, so stick around to cheer them on in their first games of the season. As you all know, our esports program seeks to build and foster community, open doors to the vast career opportunities in the field of gaming, and promote the virtues of healthy competition. Through esports, we are able to communicate with one another, forming and developing digital communities so necessary in the challenging times we have been facing. We hope you enjoy being a part of our community, and we invite you to get more involved. You guys can follow us here or on our UW Esports Discord server, as well as on our social channels at U of WA Esports. Now, to introduce ourselves, I am Caleb, or Hydra K9. I'm currently a sophomore at the University of Washington. I'm going to be one of your casters for the night.
And I'm Colin, cMac. I am also a sophomore at the University of Washington, and I will also be one of your casters tonight.
Now, I think we've both seen a bit of WSU play for our team against UW here, and I think it's definitely going to be an interesting set of games tonight. What are you thinking about it, Colin?
Yeah, of course. So WSU, of course, they do have a pretty rich history of success at the college level Rocket League. They made the CRL West, I think, the last 3 years since 2018. Maybe don't quote me on that. And I believe they qualified this year as well. So should be a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, definitely challenging competition. They've got some very, very good players over there on their end, but we definitely have our own as well. We've got Vixie, Wizard, and Whale tonight. Definitely a good team. All of the times that I've seen them play so far, they have worked very cohesively. They've done a very good job of showing just what high-level Rocket League can be like.
Yeah, of course. I believe this morning, if you caught Wizard stream, he was streaming their perspective for the CRLOS qualifiers, and they looked really good. Unfortunately, they were knocked out, I believe, but they're still a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, definitely. Do you expect it to be close tonight, or you think it's going to be a bit lopsided?
I think it's going to be close. I was looking at the Wikipedia, and in the last year's CRL West, Wazoo didn't win a game in league play. Of course, we didn't make it that far, but I think with their kind of downward slope and our rise, we should do well against them.
Yeah, I think so as well. So I think without further ado, we should get into the first game.
All right.
Now, the last game that I casted for UW, they were struggling a bit on the kickoffs, but it looks like this one's going in their favor as Whale plays one nice little pass there into the corner, but an unfortunate demo. Already very quick pace, first couple of seconds of the match here. Good 50 there for UW. Whale with a nice touch to the wall, playing that ball upfield. Hefty clear by WSU. Definitely a very aggressive defense from WSU here, not really giving UW any space. A dangerous ball here floating in front, but they gave UW a bit of extra time there.
Wazoo keeping up the early pressure. They're not really letting UW have a time on the ball.
Yeah, definitely a very aggressive play style from them so far. And a dangerous ball here. A nice save there. I don't know if that was luck or skill, but either way, Wizard was in the way for that one to avoid the first goal of the game. Dixie with a nice touchdown. Whale playing this ball off the wall. Very quick there. But we see a good rotation from WSU there, not allowing a goal.
Bit awkward here for Wizard.
I like that touch from Whale there, playing that one into the corner, giving Vixie a bit of time to get under that ball. not having to stress too much about clearing it to the other team, kind of playing a pass, instead choosing to play it to their own corner. Much safer play there.
There's Whale slows it up.
Now, an interesting choice here from two of the UW players. We see Dominus is on the field. It's not very often that
Might have a breakaway here.
A nice shot there, and not enough from WSU defense. Wizard with a nice flick there. Not much you can do against that one, except be a little bit quicker on the rotation. A very nice shot.
Certainly, yeah. You'd up catching was Wazoo a bit too far forward.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Quick counterattack leads to a goal.
But as I was saying, it's not very often that you see Wizard in the Dominus. And it's an interesting choice from them this game.
Yeah, of course the Dominus hitbox is a bit bigger than the usual Octane or Fennec, so should get him a bit of extra reach on the ball.
Yeah, definitely. For you, those of you who are new to Rocket League or don't exactly know what we're talking about, there are different hitboxes for each of the cars, but they found it a little unnecessary to have a whole different hitbox for every single car. So they have these generalized hitbox. I believe there's 6 of them, 6 generalized hitboxes.
6, yep.
There used to be 5, they just added a new one, but the most popular hitboxes are definitely the Octane and the Dominus hitboxes, with the occasional Batmobile. And the Dominic's hitbox, as I say that, a breakaway from WSU there, deep, playing that one around, I believe that was Wizard, but I didn't quite get the sight on it. An unfortunate rotation there from UW.
Yeah, Vixie was hot on their trails, but wasn't able to catch up.
A good bump there from Vixie to open the pass up from Wizard. And Whale with a nice 50 out. Vixie with an unfortunate turn there, but able to recover and get a touch on the ball.
Ball across. Wazoo in a threatening position.
That's definitely confusing WSU players with a blue car on the orange side. Jake definitely trying to confuse us as casters here.
Vixie with the air dribble to flip reset to clear it, and UW has the ball in their opponent's half. But for how long? As Wazoo recovers.
There's a nice touch there from, I believe that was Jake playing that under instead of going for the 50, playing that under. Definitely opens up the field a bit.
Deep didn't have enough boost.
A good pass there to Wizard, but Deep gets in the way. Vixie with a good idea, and another pass down to Vixie.
Crossbar. Low shot is in.
It's too much for WSU as UW just pounds it off that backboard. Unrelenting offense, and eventually Wizard sneaks that one in. All of that stemming from a very nice pass from Vixie and a good recovery from Whale. 5 seconds left. WSU with a chance here. As the ball gets cleared to the other half, I don't think there's much they can do. And the ball hits ground. UW up 1 goal and putting them up 1 game in the best of 5 series.
Yeah, I think it was those infield passes by the University of Washington that Wazoo didn't really have a response to. Of course, they scored their second goal off of it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a tough thing to react to when you're in that defensive scenario. You lose a lot of your momentum if you're stuck waiting for a pass. A lot of those higher level players will actually tell you to get in the way of the pass before it happens. Don't let the pass happen because as soon as it does, it's so much harder to defend. Pulling you out of your defensive line, pulling your teammates out, causing lots of double commits. So it's definitely better to be proactive in stopping the pass instead of reactive to receiving it. So you definitely something that WSU would need to look at going forward into the next game is intercepting those passes before they happen.
Certainly, yeah.
Now, UW definitely a good defensive rock there. We saw a very nice save from Wizard at the very beginning of the game, low on boost, kind of floating in front of the net and positioning the car well to stop a shot on net. And just a continuation of their good rotations. I think only slipping up once just to let that one goal in. Not many double commits or anything else. What were you seeing from
Certainly.
UW that you think made them so successful?
Yeah, I think spots like those are going to be where the switch to the Dominus comes in handy because with a Dominus might not be like as tall as some of the other cars, but that little bit of extra reach can mean the difference between a goal or a save.
Yeah, definitely important point and a good continuation of what we were talking about during the game. That Dominus hitbox is kind of short, flat, and long, and that Octane hitbox is a little bit, I guess, less tall and
Yeah,
or sorry, a little bit taller than the Dominus and a little bit less long, um, which gives it a little bit of that advantage in those 50-50s on those kickoffs. But that Dominus has that extra little bit of reach that helps out, like you said, in those save scenarios and in other situations as well.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see. I know Wizard likes to switch his cars in between games, and it's not very often that you see Vixie in the Dominus as well. I think this is actually the first time I've ever seen Vixie in the Dominus for a game. I could be wrong about that. I've watched so many of them; it's hard to keep track of who uses what car every game. But seeing that was definitely weird. So it'll be interesting to see if they make any car switches in between matches here.
yep. Of course, the cars seem to work for him, but they might be more used to the other cars. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think we should find out and get into game two here. UW up one in the series. They've got the momentum here. WSU kind of having to figure this one out a bit. Social Jake with a missed aerial there.
With Wizard with space and a bit of boost, gonna bring it off the
Oh,
wall.
good touch there. Forcing a double commit from WSU. If Whale can receive here, possible to beat two players at once.
There's a
Nice
long
pass
clear.
downfield to Wizard to Vixie. Oh,
It's plays. It's in.
my goodness, a great passing play there. Forcing a double commit, the ball gets cleared all the way downfield. Whale with a nice pass down to Wizard. Wizard playing that one in the air to Vixie, pre-jumping that ball and playing that one down in the net. An amazing passing play from UW to start out game two.
Yeah, Vixie's so good in the air as a second goal comes out from him.
Man, WSU definitely needing to pick up the pace here, coming out of that loss in game one. Definitely a tough headspace to be in when you're already down 2 goals in the next game.
Certainly.
Good patience from Wizard here. Whale with an interesting touch, a dangerous one. But
Yeah,
Vixie, it looks like, was able to recover that one. That might have been Wizard. It's hard to tell. Their cars look the same.
I think it was Wizard. Yeah, that Will's touch there might have done just enough though to mess up. It was Wazoo and stop him from getting a good shot.
Yeah, it's definitely a good point. Sometimes all it takes is just one touch out of the way to kind of stop that offensive momentum. Even if it is a bit of a dangerous touch, it can sometimes work out in your favor just to mix it up, get them on their toes.
Here's Whale puts it center, but Jake has the clear, only as far as Wizard.
Double commit
And
there from UW, leaving Whale last man back and missing that aerial. Getting up for the next one. Good recovery there to stop a dangerous scenario. Wizard with a nice power clear. Vixie quick up to that ball, keeping the momentum in UW's favor.
Whale with a miss jump, or he was bumped from behind. Kind of hard to tell from that distance, but there's
Definitely feels
Wizard.
like UW has the momentum here as WSU is struggling to even find an offensive push.
There's a good bump to keep the Wazoo player off the ball. Here's Vixie. He gets it around one. He's out of boost. He can't continue it as Jake recovers.
Definitely
There's
seeing
a whiff
UW
off the
have
crossbar.
a lot more control on the ball here. Um, WSU really has not had much time on the touch, and as I say that, Whale with another shot on net. It is looking like a tough game for WSU here.
Certainly,
Three
yeah.
goals scored, 2 minutes left in the match. It's definitely a tough comeback. Possible, but tough.
Yeah, UW is kind of done what it was Wazoo did to them in the first match by just kind of constantly pressing and not giving them enough time on the ball to get comfortable with it.
Yeah, there's really not much you can do in this game if you don't have space with the ball. Really, all you have to do is make a pass or make a touch to try and open up space because it's quite important.
Certainly, yeah. We also see a lot of Wazoo passes going straight to UW players.
Yeah, definitely something of note. UW seems a lot more to have a lot more intent behind their touches on offense, playing them two teammates, playing them two positions. Vixie up for a pass. As I say
Another
that,
pass, yeah.
definitely a tough angle, but I've definitely seen him score ones like that before. But as you were saying, yeah, it seems like WSU doesn't really have much intention behind their touches. They seem a bit panicked here, just trying to get it out of their half.
Yeah.
And they are definitely struggling to do so. Another ball floating dangerously in front of their net. Whale with an opportunity here, playing that ball to the sidewall. A very smart touch there as Wizard plays another one into the corner.
Vixie with a good read.
Seeing multiple UW players here low on boost. This could be WSU's opportunity to try and get one on the board. Vixie with the control out of the half and a nice flick. Good fake there into a bump, but nothing gets made of it.
Less than
7
20 seconds to go.
Yeah, definitely 17 seconds left in the match. Really looks like there's not much WSU can do here except kind of recover, get that momentum back, and try and take that into game 3. Pinch attempt there. Jake up for this one, but Vixie clears it out. Possibly one more for the road. Jake with another play into the center.
Vixie gets
An
the
opportunity
demo.
here. Whale with it, and it hits the ground. 0 seconds left. A 3-0 win from UW at the end of game 2, putting them up 2-1 in the series. Man, that one wasn't even nearly as close as game 1. What do you think happened there that
Not
made
at
that
all.
so different?
I think they're UW just kind of figure them out there. I don't think Wazoo had many completed passes at all, and of course we we were finding teammates left and right.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that they were struggling a little bit. It seemed like they were almost panicking. Coming out of game 1 on a loss can definitely be tough, a tough way to start out a series. And then immediately getting scored on right as that game starts can definitely put you in a weird spot mentally. Trying to prepare yourself, trying to stay focused on the game and not get too caught up in your own head is tough for these players to do. And it really shows just what kind of commitment they have when they choose to do this, multiple times a week, play multiple games, and our UW players playing so many games just today with the CRL games and then these games as well. It definitely shows that they have a lot of mental fortitude to kind of continue on with these.
Certainly, yeah. I think they were playing for like around 4.5 hours this morning, from like 9 to like 1. So to play a Rocket League for 4 hours or so, and then come here and play your rivals. Really shows how mentally strong these players are.
Yeah, it can definitely be tough. I mean, if I spent 4 hours on the ranked grind or playing with friends, my brain would be mush afterwards. Like I don't think I could focus on anything. So the fact that these players can is really something.
Can confirm. I played, I think, ranked for like an hour or two night before a test, and I don't think I did well at all because my brain was just gone by the end of it.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good idea. PSA: don't play ranked before a test. It doesn't go well.
Or anything really, just
But I think with that, we should see if WSU can kind of find the headspace here and bring it back, win another game, and try and tie up the series.
certainly. Let's get into it. Good 50 there from Whale as Vixie immediately has a shot on.
I was actually playing with Vixie, I think just last night or a couple of nights ago. We were talking about the kickoff strategies that they use, and it looks like they tried to implement it here. There's a popular strategy, and I think calling it a strategy is a little bit of overstating it, but essentially the goal is to not always win the kickoff, have it go, to the other side of the field, but instead lose it intentionally, have one of your players in a position where they can receive that ball and take possession right away, and that seems to be what they have been going for in the last couple of kickoffs, and it works out pretty well.
Certainly, yeah. I think
a nice shot there. Lots of power on that one. Definitely bringing the headspace back as they put themselves up 1-0. Kind of in a similar position that UW was in last game.
Yeah. We'll see how well the UW players can respond to this.
He put the nice clear downfield. Let's play the placement there from Hijack.
There's another shot on right.
Another nice shot.
Corner.
Well placed there from Jake, putting that one in the upper 90. A tough ball to save, and it shows.
Yeah, there's not much you can do against a shot like that, other than just prevent it from happening in the first place.
Yeah, just kind of throw your car at it and hope to.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I tend to do.
I feel that.
Now, UW in a tough spot here, down 2 goals with 3 minutes left. That is plenty of time. Can definitely make work of 3 minutes. But they got to bring the focus up here if they really want to bring this one back.
Yeah.
Vixie with an interesting touch.
Vixie with a good win. He has got a full tank of boost. Whale with a good 50. Puts the ball in a dangerous spot.
We got a last man back scenario here from WSU, but Vixie not able to put that one on net.
Whale with another good read.
Vixie with a nice fake.
Throw two. Puts it away.
Oh my gosh, man, that poor man. Oh,
axles are gone.
Yeah, Vixie did not have to do them like that, but it's fun for us to watch, and I'm glad that he did it.
Certainly, game is still very, very, very much on.
Another shot there, Vixie putting in the work. Oh my goodness.
He's tied it up basically by himself. 2 straight goals, and we have a game on our hands.
Man, talk about MVP right there. Those were 2 amazing plays in a row. Wizard with a nice clear out. A good fake there, playing that one down to Whale and going for the demo there.
Whale's able to get around 1, but a poor touch from John is going to leave UW with the ball.
An opportunity here as Deep plays a nice ball downfield. Whale with a clear in retaliation. Now we're definitely seeing UW doing a bit of what WSU was doing last game, playing that ball away. We saw it just then with Whale kind of clearing that one straight in front of the net, right back into the car of the other team.
Yeah, we've seen a couple like either miscommunications on WSU. They've had a couple of double commits or spots where one person was going for the ball and another person rose up and took it.
Almost another one from Vixie there. Oh, a nice ball up above the backboard. Whale trying to make work of it, and it clears center, but not quite enough.
There's Vixie. He's going to take it in the air. Going to bring it back down. Monster flick off this roof. But Wazoo is going to recover.
Whale with a nice boost grab there, making it tough for WSU. Wizard kind of flailing through the air. It looks like he pre-jumped that one and it didn't quite work out.
If it 50 seconds ago, both teams having some pretty good opportunities.
Possible we'll get to see some extra Rocket League tonight. This one going to overtime. As I say that, a dangerous ball, but Hijack not able to do anything with that one. That was almost a really bad caster's curse, and I would have felt super terrible.
Oh, no.
I did it anyway.
There it is. Just a bit too late.
A nice high shot from deep, putting that one over the UW defender, and nothing they could really do to get up to that one in time.
15 seconds to go. UW need one goal. Send this into overtime. Vixie is able to beat him to the ball. Wizard with the bump.
UW with an opportunity here, keeping the ball in the air.
That's a great
Jake with
clear.
a nice beat.
Vixie keeps it up. He's able to take it away from his net, off the wall.
Still
Whale
hope
might have
here
a
is
chance
Whale
here.
with a nice shot down. Wizard up for this one, getting bumped off the ball.
Whale's able to keep it up though. Ball still hasn't touched. Vixie. Ball is cleared away.
And that's going to be it. Man, definitely a good comeback there from WSU coming out of game 2 on such a heavy loss to bring that one back with a 1-goal win. Man, that was especially that close the whole time, that resilience. A lot of lesser teams would have just let that game 3 go and lost the series right there, but WSU kept their heads in it and brought that one back.
Oh, certainly, yeah. Being up by 2 and then losing that lead to a goals like those can really hurt. I would just kudos to Wazoo for keeping it in it and retaking their lead.
Yeah, and I mean it's tough, especially when you have a player like Vixie come in, fake your axles off, and then play a nice double touch, both right in a row. It can definitely be a hit to the psyche, and then they bring that one back and win that game. It's definitely impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good showing from WSU to bring that back and to keep their heads in, to keep that speed up.
Certainly, yeah. Well, now UW still has a 2-1 lead in the series, so we're looking forward to game 4 here.
Yeah, we need a reverse sweep from WSU here to have them come back, and UW just needs this one here. So definitely WSU at the deficit, trying to keep their heads in, kind of talking it over between games, trying to keep that focus up. I'm sure of it, because as soon as that focus slips, we're going to see UW bring it back with a lot of aggression and kind of put that offensive pressure to work.
Certainly, yeah. UW only needs like 5-6 seconds on the ball and they can score.
Yeah, so. We saw that twice, so I'm sure we can see it again. But I think with that, we should get into game 4. From WSU there, but not playing that one quick enough, and Wizard putting one in already.
Yep, but 5 seconds in the ball is all they need.
Yeah, you were the prophet for that one. Definitely proving that was going to happen. And another one there, man. UW did not want to play another game. It looks like, as they bring the unrelenting offense already.
I believe this is the 3rd time this series that we've seen a UW score twice in 20 seconds.
Nice clear downfield, but Deep not having any boost to do anything with it.
Here's Wizard.
A good 50 there. Oh, very close on that one. And Vixie playing that one around. Another goal, putting them up 3-0. Less than a minute has gone by.
Yeah. It was Wazoo goalie there just didn't have enough boost to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, UW's shown what they're made of already, not giving WSU any space. It's a tough spot to be in if you're WSU.
Wizard with a good touch to Whale. Whale gets around 1. To
Good
Vixie.
intercept there from Vixie, and another touch. Not quite enough as Whale plays that one wide.
Jake to deep.
Go with a nice clear here, following that one up.
There's Whale with some space on the ball.
Nice
Gets
flick
around
into
1
the
into the corner.
too. All it takes is beating 1 or 2 players, and you put the other team at a defensive disadvantage. And that's what we've seen Whale do so many times with nice flicks over those defenders.
There's a good defensive demo coming out from UW.
Now the game taking a bit of a slow down as we head into the 3rd minute of the game here. Definitely a bit different as from the UW that we saw for the 1st minute of the match.
Certainly, yeah. Well, now they can afford just to sit back.
Whale with the musty there. I don't know that was 100% necessary, but it happened, and it was pretty nice.
Yeah. Lead going from 3 to 4 now, so now they can really just kind of sit back and let it Wazoo make their mistakes.
Yeah, definitely. I think that playing time here in this scenario, don't get over aggressive and give up those goals. I think that's what we saw WSU do. Definitely good plays from Vixie, but a little bit of settling into that comfort zone. And another shot there, bringing the score up 5-0. I don't know what to make of this game. It seems like a completely different WSU out there on the field.
Certainly, yeah. I think now, almost had a 6th. UW is really figure them out, I think, and they're really starting to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I think UW has kind of figured out their the defensive patterns, not giving them any space in the ball, figuring out what they can and can't do, and it's leading to a lot of goals. And another one,
number 6.
I really don't know what to say. We saw, I guess, a lot of WSU's effort last game as they just seemed to be a little out of it this one.
Yeah, of course, when you're down by 4, 5, or 6, you really got to start sending people forward to try to score, and unfortunately that leaves your net a bit open, as we've seen here.
Yeah, I definitely think you make a good point there. You got to kind of make that sacrifice to try and bring that score back. It's definitely nothing is impossible in Rocket League score-wise. I mean, you could come back 12 goals if some miracle happened, but being down, 6 versus 3, you got to make those scoring opportunities happen when you're down 3 goals, not when you're down 6, because there's really not that much time in a match to come back 6 goals.
Well, with a good 50 to keep the ball in Wazoo's half.
Nice clear downfield from WSU. Could be their first, but Whale playing that one well into the corner and Vixie receiving.
There's a bad touch from Jake.
Nice touch from Wizard, but not quite enough.
Seconds to go.
Looks like UW is just kind of playing the gaps, trying to take up as much time as they can, keeping close to the ball when they have the opportunities, just to take that time off the clock. Definitely the smart move, though. You don't want to give up goals when you're up. We saw WSU last game. They got comfortable when they were up 2 goals, and Vixie brought it right back, scored 2 on them, and they really had to bring the focus up to come out of that game on top. And it looks like that focus is a bit gone as they're now down 6-0. 10 seconds left. Match point for UW. Not too much you can do if you're WSU here.
Yeah, I think letting in the first 2 goals in the first 14 seconds, I think will really do that to you. As
Yeah,
seem to kind of
really,
kill their
really
momentum going forward.
Yeah, I think it really takes the steam out of the engine there. Having that happen is definitely unfortunate. I think anyone who's played Rocket League has been in that scenario where you go down a couple of goals real fast, and it can definitely be annoying. You start to get frustrated with yourself, get frustrated with your teammates. Sometimes you feel like you're getting smurfed on or something like that, and all sorts of these thoughts start running through your head, and you really have to bring the focus back and pay attention to the game. And sometimes like we saw from WSU, it's too much to bring back. It's too much to let go.
Yeah, and it's well done by our you dub lads. Scoring, yeah, losing that at the third game in overtime, and then just really showing them who they were in game 4.
Yeah, they brought that back. They didn't want to play another game, so they really showed them what was up and brought that UW offensive pressure that we're so used to seeing. That unrelenting offense, not giving WSU nearly as much space on the ball as they had been the last couple of games. And I think that showed as the score deficit was so large and WSU not putting a single one on. Compared to the game previous, I mean, WSU put 3 goals on, and we saw them so much offensive action from them, and definitely a very solid and cohesive unit when they get time on the ball. So it just shows that UW had, like you said, and like you have been saying, they had them figured out. They knew they couldn't give them that space, couldn't give them that time, and they were really aggressive on that offense, trying to take that ball away from them.
Yeah, well done by the UW defense. I think the only time that they did allow more than 2 goals was that third game, and it was just 3. So really keeping them low.
Yeah,
Low scoring game from Wazoo.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. I think with that said, we should say congrats to UW. A great set of games against one of our rivals, WSU, coming out of that series 3-1. A very well fought set of games from WSU. Definitely some tough contenders, and I think they just kind of let the energy out in Game 3, really trying to bring that one back like they did, and it was too much for them going into Game 4. Thank you so much for joining us for our Rocket League games. We're going to be getting into our Overwatch games very soon here. Thanks for hanging out with us, the casters, our crew behind the scenes. They do so much work, and it really couldn't happen without them. Make sure you guys check us out on basically all of the social media platforms at U of WA Esports. That's U of WA Esports. We're here, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and if you want to come join us behind the scenes, or you just want to get involved in the UW Esports Discord, there is a link, and you can get that from, I believe, Nightbot. We'll give that to you. So I think with that, it's time for us Rocket League casters to say goodnight and hand it over to the Overwatch crew.
See you guys later.
It began with 3 pillars, the foundation for UW Esports, pushing ourselves to greater heights.
Community.
Career.
Competition.
Oh yeah. Reminds me of Toronto Defiant Yakpung. Reminiscent of that, of just juggling everyone into the corner there.
Maybe that'll be the game changer here for UW.
Maybe. Oh my goodness, what an angle by Wizard.
Wow. What a shot.